audio. Of course, there's no audio because I had it muted. But listen, guys. All right, so here's what I was saying. Got up this morning, fired my PC up. Windows crashed. Was unable to recover. It just was in a constant reboot loop. I don't know what happened. Don't know. Had to reinstall the OS. Then I had to re-download all my software as far as like controls for my mic, everything. You name it. Everything had to be redone. Everything had to be redone.
Are you still muted?
I don't know. Are they saying they can't hear me? I don't know.
That's what the chat was saying, but I'm not sure if it's the delay or not.
I think it's probably just a delay. Yeah, much better.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So anyway, I have been scrambling all day today to try to get things rebuilt within OBS to get things working. I think I've got it. I'm not for sure. Looks okay. Yeah. So I don't have any of my, hang on. So I don't have any of my freaking alerts or anything else like that set up on this. Oh God. So anyway,
when it rains, it pours. Yeah.
exactly. When it rains, it pours 100%. But we're going to get this done anyway. I don't care. I'm going to make this happen. I don't, it is going to work. I promise you. We're going to get through this and I will make this happen. So, today we're going to be talking about, this was the kind of conversation, that we kind of, had yesterday evening, I guess, me and Gigi kind of had this conversation. And this kind of is a deal where, what is acceptable, right? What is, how many videos is too many videos on a creator about a subject or, what do you want to call it? I guess, topic, whatever, right? What this all stemmed from was, this was a tweet that was put out, by, I think you say this person's name, Godja the Goblin. I think so you say that, Godja the Goblin. I don't know anyway. And they said, I'm sorry, but this shit looks like milking and I'm tired of pretending like it's not. And this is a screenshot that they took of Aiko. I think I'm saying that right. Aiko.
Yeah, Aiko.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it, people.
All right. So I struggle with her name and I don't know why, but anyway. So what, why are people texting me when I'm streaming?
It's just the chat says that
it's in and
you're
out.
quite buffering.
It's buffering. Okay. All right. So I don't know why. Probably because my ISP. Here's the good news. I'm hoping because they've started. They've actually have started hooking fiber up to my house. So I'm hoping that. Let's see. Change that down to about 128 there. Apply. Okay. Maybe that'll take care of it. I hope it does. I don't know. They're hooking fiber up to my house, so I should have fiber here pretty soon. And I think this all is going to go away. I'm hoping it'll all go away. But anyway, yeah, it's buffering and stuff. So I don't know, guys. We're just going to deal with.
Going wrong.
We're just going to whatever. I'm not worried about it. So anyway, this Godja the Goblin was talking about, how many videos.
Godja the Goblin. I love that.
You know the name? Because as we know, Aiko has been going back through videos that Edwin has put out, and she's going back and going through all of this stuff. Not just, and I don't believe she's going, I haven't watched her video, all of her videos. I've watched segments of it here and there, but when she does a stream, it's like 7-8 hours long most of the time. And I just honestly, I don't have the time, even like doing it like 2x speed, right? So 2x speed, it's you're still looking at like 3.5 to 4 hours, and I just don't have that much time to commit to one video. There's just no way, right? Um, but anyway, this person says, they think this is milking, and they're tired of pretend. I don't know why they were pretending it wasn't. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys feel like this is
That's the
milking?
thing. This is the thing, but I just have maybe it is milking, but my opinion is just like make as many videos about whatever the fuck you want. If you like, I don't know why this person cares about it. Like if you feel like it's milking and you don't want to watch it anymore, then stop watching. Like
I think that's
I don't have any problem with it.
All right, Gigi, what do you think? I mean, I think I think what Seth said is fair, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's certainly law of supply and demand. If people weren't watching, Ico probably wouldn't be streaming it. I think that's a big part of it. I also think his responses add fuel to the fire. And on top of that, we did talk about this a little bit last night. So I went to Edwin's main channel,
Yeah,
and looked at his playlist, because I know he had covered a
yeah,
couple of topics a couple of times, right? So we
yeah,
have the Onision, the Diet Atwood stuff, the Sierra Dasha stuff. And a lot of these topics also had accompanying live streams. So the Poppy one has 11 videos. So if we assume that each of those had a live streams, that's 22 videos. And I know that now it's common for people to do these really long, like 4 to 8 hour live streams. But I really feel like that was started by Edward in a big way. Like, he was known for super long live streams. So I feel like maybe that argument could be made that there's a point at which it's excessive, but I don't know that I don't know that Edwin should be doing it, or anyone on behalf of Edwin should be doing it.
I mean, I think it's like the same thing goes for like me thinking it's okay she was milking it. It's okay to point out she's milking it, but like if you're gonna act like there's a problem with it, then I don't agree. It's just that's what people do. You're allowed to make videos or however many videos you want on a certain topic, and this person is allowed to complain about it, but that's just the way it is.
yeah.
Like,
So if let's say if a person is going back to, say a creator makes 1 or 2 videos, right, or about a subject, whatever, and if the other person, in this instance, Aiko, kept going back to those 1 or 2 videos and continuously made more and more videos off of just those 1, 2, or those couple of videos. Um, I think then that may be a little bit more problematic. But if she's going back through Edwin's extensive catalog, and on top of that, Edwin is continuing still to make videos, either through member only streams, or maybe he'll have it where it is a live video where only members only can talk in the chat, and then he later then puts the video to where it's members only, so you have to be a member even to see the video. And on rare occasions, he'll actually leave it up where the general public can actually see the video, right? So, but as long as he's still making videos and he's still talking about this issue with Babs, because this is what this kind of was the trigger or the catalyst for all this, right? I think, if he's making more statements, if he's making more content in and around that subject, I think Aiko then has more videos to debunk, or statements to debunk, or whatever you want to call it. She's taking notes. So I don't necessarily, if I see that as a problem, because again, he's still making videos and stuff about it. He talks about it, talks around it. He keeps hinting that there's going to be video, this elusive video that evidently there's been certain people within his Discord has been able to. He showed it to him, right? He previewed this video to, and I guess they critiqued. There were some things that they didn't like about it, and so he's reworking evidently some sections of it or whatever. But the thing I have to ask is, is he constantly changing his video because of things that maybe possibly Ico is putting out and debunking? Is that constantly changing what he's trying? I don't know. I mean, we really don't know.
I mean, that's a high possibility for it, right? But it could also just be that the video was shit, and his Discord was like, "This video is shit," so he's just reworking it off of that.
Yeah, well,
I don't think they speak to him clearly enough to have said the video is shit. I think what they probably said was, this video is confusing, which from someone in his current fan base is like the worst thing they'd ever say, apparently. I'm not sure how they can support a lot of his things, a lot of the things that he has done. It's I don't know that we want to get into it already, but I have thoughts on his co-host choices, let's say that.
Okay, I'm hearing that. I do want to get into that because I'm hearing that a lot, but honestly, I don't know anything about this woman.
Yeah.
Neither do I. But okay, so firstly, I want to say that my biggest frustration with the Dove situation is that I really feel that Edwin threw her to the wolves. I think that if you saw the drama go down and you knew who the old co-host was, there's no way that a reasonable person would have come onto his stream without understanding that whoever it was, they were going to get backlash. Like, I really think that Edwin could have, like, Jesus, Keanu Reeves, and I don't know, Ice Cream as his co-host, and people would find negative things to say about them, even though generally they're pretty beloved, right? Like, anyone who was going to come on the next live stream was going to get thrown to the wolves. To then have that person also be a woman, and not just a woman, but an Australian woman, felt to me like, to, at best, incredible stupidity. But I quite frankly, I don't think he's that stupid. Although, I mean, I guess that can be argued at this point.
I think you're right. Like, whoever he chose was gonna get like an unfathomable amount of like flag for it. So I don't think her being Australian adds to it at all. I think it would just have happened anyway.
Okay, here's why it does add to it. I think that whoever it was automatically going to be compared to Eva. Whoever it was going to be compared to Eva, to make it so that the comparison could be that almost, I mean, I don't want to say 1-to-1 because everyone's different, but if the person, the person had been a black man, I think it would be harder to draw a comparison. I think if anything, it would say, well, clearly he's going in a completely different direction, or whatever it is. I also think that, even if, because I understand that Dove is a grown woman who makes her own choices, I think he, as an adult, as someone who understands the space, and quite frankly, as a man, he should have told her no. He should have said, at least the first stream, I know I'm going to get heat. It's not going to be good for you. I'm going to do what's best for you and not have you as my co-host on this stream because the comparison is going to get made. Also, I think if he had any love left for Eva, which I still don't, and that's not my business. I don't want to speak for her. I don't know what exactly went down, that he feels that she's such a terrible person that he needs to actively poke at her, because if I was someone's, if you guys, if I left this show and you guys decided to replace me with another female Puerto Rican, I feel like I would be slightly hurt by that one. I'd be like, there's so many choices. Why do you have to pick somebody that's like a different version of me? Like
But
that's
but 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 did he have a choice though? Okay, so first of all, from my understanding, his a fan base that's still stuck with him are mostly women. First of all, um, and I
okay.
don't imagine that there was like a lot of people who was clawing at the chance to get on stream with him, even in that fan base. I don't know what his choices were.
His
Right.
choice was to do it alone. His choice was to go up on a live stream like a big boy, like he'd done many times before Eva became a thing, and do it alone. Because at the end of the day, any stream he was doing coming back was an accountability stream. I know that those are foreign words to some people, but it was always going to when was the last time you had a buddy go with you to apologize? I'm so sorry, but I have, you know,
I don't
since I've hit
apologize
puberty,
because I always do
that's
everything
true.
right.
I'm just saying, since I hit puberty, my mother has not come with me to apologize for anything, and I don't understand why
Yeah.
he needed
But
anyone there.
seeing as that's not an option for him because he's just not that kind of person who can do that. I don't think
Then my
his
point stands.
choice.
He
Yeah,
threw her
your
to the
point does
wolves.
stand. He did,
He threw
but
her
he
to
was
the
gonna
wolves,
throw
and
anyone to the wolves. Is the point?
true.
So it's interesting that you guys brought up the whole co-host situation, because the original tweet that we were I pushed the wrong button. Sorry, the original tweet that we were talking about here. I quote tweeted this and I said, well, could be that Edwin is giving content to milk. I mean, try looking at some other creator channels and see how many times they talk about people like Jalen. A really hot one right now is Tipster. In the past, Flamenco, right? That's just a few. The list goes on and on. It's just what some do. If Edwin ever releases the video, maybe it will end. If you come down here and look at these, the Moors here, Dove comes in here and comments and said, so does that include the lies and harassment of other people who get caught in the crossfire like myself? This young Breezy, I think that's who that's supposed to be, and Valid Creations. I personally have had many things said about me when all I've done is be on stream with Edwin. I wouldn't be so quick to support her. And so I replied, I said, well, Dove, since you're part of Edwin's stream, you made yourself a public figure, and anything you say can be criticized, just like myself.
Deepa, they can't see the tweets right now.
What do you mean they can't see? I've got it on screen. Is it?
I don't want. I'm watching the stream and I can't see the tweets.
Well, remember, there's a delay.
Yeah.
I know. I let him read for a while before. Like, and now I've seen him pausing.
I think perhaps the delay is quite terrible.
Okay, my bad. I apologize.
No, it's fine. Because I'm sitting here looking at the stream, and I'm seeing the tweets on screen. So,
all right.
I don't. Anyway,
so we're good.
I said so. Anything you say can be criticized, just like myself. You have to take the good and the bad. It's all part of it. Dove says that if she had actual criticism for me, I would take that in, but it's not. It's her calling me a demon whore, a meat sack, and other disgusting things. I suggest you look at her streams before you support it. I said, where did I imply? I said, so where did I imply that I supported anything? I simply said, look at other creators. They talk about other polarizing creators too, and we'll milk those creators just as it's just what is done. Look, I don't know you, and I don't really watch Edwin's streams. But you had to know that joining his stream, in lieu of everything that has transpired, you were going to get caught in the crossfire. Edwin's all here says that doesn't negate the vile words that are being spoken. Iko shits on Dove for simply existing. Dove breathes. Iko, Dove, no one loves you. I hope you never have kids. Sound fair? I 100% believe if this was something or if this was happening to one of your friends, you would have a different outlook. That's fair. I mean, if it was happening to one of my friends, sure, I'd have a different outlook. But again, here's the thing. When you put yourself out there, when you start making content, right? And especially if you attach yourself to somebody who is polarizing in this space, right? Like right now, Edwin is very polarizing, right? So I'm sorry, that just kind of comes with the territory. I don't know what Aiko has said or hasn't said about either of these people. I don't. She very well may have said some very ugly, nasty things. I don't know, right? But you know, there's been some ugly things being said all the way around. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, ladies, thoughts?
Well, firstly, we're not going to talk about that saucy exchange between you and Salvo underneath that.
Oh, yeah, fine. We can talk about that, whatever. So Salvo says, do you want to eat Ayoko's pussy? And I said, no, I wouldn't disrespect my wife like that. I'll leave that type of thing to you, buddy. So, yeah, okay. I mean, it's just, it's Salvo being Salvo, you know, whatever. I mean, that's, you know, I don't
I
think.
do love
Go ahead.
that we can all talk about Salvo's wife now. I appreciate that. I think now that she's part of the public Discord, we all have some things to say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I enjoy it.
You know, here's the thing. I don't necessarily like talking about somebody's spouse. Not unless they're like really public, you know what I'm saying? I think Salvo's wife was unfortunately made public against her will. That is majorly, I think, laid at the feet of Salvo on that. I do have a lot of sympathy for her. I cannot even imagine probably what, you know, whatever, but that's between him and her. It's none of my business. And, I don't, you know, that's just the way it is. So, but you know, if he's going to come in and pipe off and make some little Weisenheimer cracks, you know, I'll pop back a little bit. I don't think that was too bad. I mean, you know, but maybe some might feel that it was. I don't know. So,
Well, I will say, firstly, my level of petty is kind of on this level. Like if I really don't like somebody, I will wish they stub their toe because I believe in karma and I'm not sending out any energy I'm not willing to get back tenfold. So that's my whole thing. I do feel like she's probably more of a victim in this situation. But I also think that Salvo likes low blows. So
Yeah.
I am in favor of just asking how she is on a regular basis and leaving her the hell alone, I might say, because this is, you know, not that I think anybody in this chat would take it that way, but just in case,
sure,
leave people
I mean,
who are
you
out
know
of
what
this, out
kind
of
of
this.
you know what kind of thoughts I have on Salvo. You should mute me now, people, before
yeah. Well,
I say
you know, you just
certain words.
listen, Seth. Just because you have the thoughts don't mean you have to actually manifest them. You can put a filter.
Right.
So, you know, since, you know, the whole question is how many videos are too many? All right. So if we go back to this original tweet, okay, we bring this up here on the screen here. This person was talking about there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 videos I think they've showed here. Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. 11. There's 11 videos. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 videos that Aiko has done that is concerning Edwin. Okay. The screenshot that Gigi went out and pulled. Now this here is from his actual, because Edwin actually has 2 separate channels, right? So this is from which channel is this one?
Edwin's Generation.
Edwin's
It's his main
Generation.
channel.
Okay, it's his main channel. Okay. Homeboy Edwin, this is his second channel. This is where he's currently making content, where he does the streams at, things of that nature, right? So if we go in and we type in things like
Seer.
CY,
CYR.
CYR, okay.
Yep.
All right. So we got 1, 2. I'm assuming, I don't know if these are all.
Yeah. The other thing is, I looked into this, and he has a bunch of live streams. Also, like, I think it, it's uncountable. But if the point is like people were talking about this, like, yeah, people were talking about this. Yeah. And I know that I feel like one of the main things he's going to say is, do you really think I'm as bad as Dasha? And quite frankly, I don't know how much I can believe any of the Dasha stuff, because that's really right about the time I started following Edwin. Was literally the day that I found Edwin was the day he got kicked out of Seer's apartment.
Yeah.
And I've been following him since then up until now. So I've watched his entire relationship with Mina, watched every time that he left the internet. And I really feel that this is where a lot of, at least my fury, whatever fury I have left for this topic I have, comes from like just the level of disappointment. It's like, wow, dude, I did not think that you were this guy. And I think that's probably what's most disheartening about, I'm at this point, I'm calling it an inability to take an L, because that's the only thing I can say this is. Yeah.
Well, so this is, like I said, this is the second channel, and just with the keyword Onision, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 videos here, right? Then over here, how many was over here? 5 videos over here. So there's 10 videos, right? Okay. So there's 10 videos right there just on Onision on the 2 different channels. So, we're in the same ballpark, right? Numbers. Dealing with Onision. As was with Aiko. Now, if we put if I do one on Chris Hansen, right? Now, this was another time. Was also tied into Onision. Right. Edwin actually went and was part of that quote documentary, right, that occurred. We said he wasn't. There was, of course, that's one of the first times he really got some blowback in this community anyway about. But if we just for Onision, Chris Hansen, which is again Onision, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's another one. There's 9, right? I'm assuming he probably talked about it at some point in here, because he wouldn't have just threw it in there. So it's probably in the tags or something on this one, I would imagine. Chris Hansen live stream there. So there's 10, right? So my point stands. It's what is done when there's something that's going on with a creator and the creator has done something that's polarizing in the community or is a quote hot topic in the community. People are going to talk about them, right? Is it milking? Okay, sure, it's milking, whatever. Milk, whatever. It's I'm not going to argue the semantics. Is it right? Is it wrong? It's just what is done, right?
Can I ask something? I know this is completely unrelated, but do we know anyone in Edwin's server? Like, do we have any idea of what his video was like before he started reworking it?
I don't have a clue. I do not have a clue.
Okay, we have, do we not have any moles in there? I feel like we should.
Well, I listen, here's the thing. There could very well be some creators that are more vested in this whole storyline. I am not one of them. That could very well have some quote moles in there. They very well could have the preliminary video. They could have done a screen capture and captured the viewing in Discord. It's possible. they could have access to it, and they could just be sitting on top of it, waiting to see what happens. I still kind of stand by my original statement about this. I think at this point, so much time has passed that I don't really think it matters how good the video is. It's just going to be
I don't
destroyed.
disagree with that. I disagree with that because
Okay.
I mean, a situation like Slasso, right?
Mhm.
He was falsely convicted. He came out with a great video that totally.
Sure.
This isn't that situation, obviously, but I don't
Sure.
think time has anything to do with it. I don't think his video will be good, but I think bringing time into it is not
Okay,
fair,
but here's
'cause
okay.
there's
So here's the problem, right? And this could, and maybe I'm not seeing the whole picture here or whatever. But what is it exactly that Edwin has been accused of falsely? That's my question. What is it that Babs has falsely accused him of that he's going to be able to prove that what she said or whatever is not factual?
Yeah, that's where I'm saying that's fair. Like, I don't think this video will be like that, but I think bringing time into it is just null point.
Okay, so if the thing like you brought up with Slazo, right, and that was to exonerate a false narrative that was put out about him, right?
Isn't that what he's trying or saying he'll do anyway?
Yeah, but my question is what is the false narrative? I mean, what is it?
We don't know. We don't know till he releases the video, right?
Okay,
Well,
okay,
also,
that's fair. Yeah,
definitely the topic has been refreshed. I will say, Tipster was just covering this before this, and I tuned in at what I feel must have been like the universe's gift to me of fury, which is
Okay.
I tuned in just as he had paused the video to say, gee, I wonder what his supporters are telling him.
Yeah.
I hope that you guys don't do that for me. I hope that I have followers that tell me when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they must
The
have said
rage.
something to make him rework it, because that's
No,
what he's doing.
but I'm sorry, that statement coming from Tipster, you don't listen to people who talk to you directly. Why the hell would you think that you have fans who think that they can tell you when you're wrong?
You have to, you have to say that.
You have to say that? You have to say that.
Yeah. Like, if someone cut me, like, if I went on that stream and I was like, damn, I hope you guys never disagree with me, because I'm always fucking right, and it wasn't a bit. If I said that in relation to something actually happening, like, I would be a psychopath. So Tipster has to say, wow, I hope you guys would, be honest with me, because otherwise he seems like a fucking, like, psychopath.
I'm confused. How did we get on Tipster off of Edwin?
Because Tipster was covering
Because they're
Edwin,
both desperate.
That too.
Okay.
But Tipster covered Edwin's most recent stream.
Oh.
He was going through it. So,
Okay.
and I tuned in for that and immediately had to click off because I hear what Seth is saying about, like, this is the thing to say, but, like, am I wrong? He hasn't publicly addressed the whole Keffels thing. Like, hello? Are we on this?
All right. Well, he came on a stream. He was questioned about it, and he said, "Yeah, that was all a bit. It was all a joke, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, he did on one of his streams. He did own up that was just a joke. So yeah, I guess
It was a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I can't wait till 10 years when we can actively round up these people and kill them, and it'll be justified and okay by the law. Huh?
Seth.
In Minecraft.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Tommy C and the point that he made earlier today about Tipster, which is that even if it was a quote unquote joke, if it was a joke that had gone off the way Tipster had wanted it to, because who it was really targeted at was, the commentary bros, who I'm gonna go ahead and define right now as Augie Blowbacks and Nick DeOrio. And if they had taken the bait and made a whole stream about it, what exactly was going to be funny? Like, what was the joke? I don't get it. Like, I understand that Tipster's not funny and neither is Keffels, but what was the joke? The joke was these guys were going to make fun of you when you made friends with someone they felt was bad for you. Like, so your friends your quote unquote friends, your internet friends said, hey, this is kind of a bad idea. You basically told them to shove it. And now you want to what? Like, I don't understand what the joke was. The joke seems to have been on his own audience, and I quite frankly don't appreciate it on their behalf.
But here's the thing. That's, again, he has to say it was just a joke, because otherwise he just looks like a giant fucking fag again.
Well,
okay. So, what I'll say is this is, people offer up suggestions and stuff all the time. People give you, sometimes you solicit advice, sometimes it's unsolicited advice. What people have to keep in mind is that, or at least for me, I'll speak for myself. If people start offering up, this advice, that advice, what have you, if it's not coming from somebody that is within my circle of trust, then, the chances of it receiving any type of consideration is very, very limited. Even though I'm sure it's of good intention, and it may even very well could be similar or right on the button as far as what someone else gives me. The fact, if I just don't know you, if I just don't have any type of standing relationship, I'm just not going to listen. And that's not to be mean or anything else. That's just it's just the nature of the thing. So, the thing is, I kind of talked about this on my stream Saturday, the whole Tipster and Keffels and situation, what have you. Keffels is another polarizing character in this space, right? She has a history of deplatforming people. And I'm not talking about that website. I'm talking about people that did not and does not agree with her ideologies, as far as when it comes to trans health, right? One of the people that she tried to vehemently deplatform was Nicholas DeOrio, just because he publicly took on her positions, and her army came after him hard to try to get him removed from a couple of different platforms. So people like that have no qualms whatsoever about using their fan base to try to mass flag, to get somebody's voice silenced, is very problematic for me. And what's concerning to me is that in years past, Tipster has been someone who has openly spoke out against it. Even, like, for example, when it was happening to him in the BX Bullet situation, and BX Bullet was swinging her audience and swinging her fan base to try to shut him down, to remove his voice, from the platform. So it's a little bit concerning that he would be locking arm in arm with somebody that is of that mindset. That's a little bit concerning, but here's the deal. Tipster is a grown man. Tipster has to make his decisions, and then he has to deal with the consequences and the fallout from it. Tipster, when I talked about this, walking away, how hard is it, right? He says he doesn't want to be a part of the commentary community anymore. So that, that brings up the question, what is the commentary community? What is the definition of a commentary creator? So, Seth, I'm going to pose it to you. In your opinion, what determines if a person, a content creator, is a commentary creator?
I think there are two takes to this. It could be either that they're in the community that they built, but if we're just saying like straight up commentator, it's someone who does commentary, right? So someone who speaks on certain topics.
Okay. So it's the topics that they cover then, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, it's how they cover it, and the kind of content they cover. So yeah, Tipster is still in commentary if that's where we're going here.
But no, I mean, we're not necessarily going anywhere. We're just having a conversation. We'll let the road go.
We're not going anywhere.
We'll let the road.
I felt like that was kind of leading. I felt like it was leading people.
No. And I'm going to pose the same question to Gigi. To you, in your opinion, what do you think determines what say, and maybe I should have been a little bit more defining when I said, so what distinguishes somebody from the quote commentary community? I'll put it back to Seth, and I'm going to do it this way. So what distinguishes somebody from the commentary communities from saying, okay, so they're not a quote drama creator or a tea creator or a bread tuber, right? So what determines, you know what I'm saying? What does that make better sense? I mean, so
okay, yeah. So for example, tea is I think is more level to like gossip,
okay,
and sort of relations between people,
and
BreadTube is more politics, where commentary is like kind of a mix where you just talk about everything. Because commentary, really, you know how the word can kind of relate to like anything you speak about. So it's the way that you speak about the topic that makes it commentary.
Okay, but is it safe to say that there are people who quote fall within the, I get, for lack of a better word, drama community, right? Where they're talking about celebrity or maybe people within the makeup and beauty section of the internet. Do they not do commentary as well?
Well, do they actually talk about like the deep morals of the topic, or the like they comment on it? And not in comment on, like, as you understand, that's just like leaving a comment or something. I mean, like, do they take anything from this content and gather an opinion on it that's like thought out?
I can't answer that for you because I don't know. I don't watch that. I don't think there are any channels that I consume on a regular basis that I believe would fall underneath the that type of heading as far as quote drama or quote tea type content. So I don't know. I think Gigi kind of has more of a history with that type of the internet. Is that right, Gigi? Could you maybe help us here? Because I don't.
Well, which type of internet? The tea community?
Yeah, tea drama,
So I do think that the difference between this part of the community and that side of the community is kind of the reason why we cover things. Like, I think the tea community tends to cover things for being salacious and a bit more fun and lighthearted. It doesn't mean they don't cover serious things, but most of the time the serious things they cover are by people who generally have a lot of these kinds of drama, right? Like, when was the last time somebody in this community covered Trisha Paytas? And my understanding, there is some Trisha Paytas news going on with her child and some death threats. So it's not, there's things to talk about. We aren't interested. And the reason we're not interested is because we have all pretty much decided that Trisha Paytas is a troll, and she's going to do what she does. And so, you know, getting upset or in any way irritated by her shenanigans, and I'm going to use shenanigans loosely because she has done some terribly offensive things also. But we don't expect, at least I don't expect her to be too much better than, I mean, now that she's a mother, I hope so, but I don't expect it. Whereas I feel like pretty much everyone in this community who is a creator, who's a you know, has put out, let's say, more than 1 or 2 videos, is someone who is saying my opinion is worth being listened to for some reason, right? My values, morals, ethics, character are reasons why you should care about my opinion about these things. And so when you show yourself not to have those characteristics, people are mad. So, and I think those are the things that commentary community tends to cover. You know, we had a pretty interesting couple of days with the Why So Demented stuff. He's a liar. He's a liar, and he's a liar about things that you don't lie about, right? With Slug, he's doxing people continually. So 1, he's putting people in danger, and 2, he seems unable to learn from his mistakes. You know, the other thing with Salvo is a lot of people's frustration is like, why do we care when he has consistently and repeatedly shown himself to be a scrupulous person and someone really lacking in ethics and common sense, right? So, you know, if someone told you tomorrow that Salvo eats puppies, I'd be like, you know, he might as well, because he seems like not a very good person from what I have seen, what has been alleged.
Chinese people do it all the time, but when Salvo does it, oh, it's a crime. I can't believe this.
I never said it was a crime. What I said was
the double standards. Let the man eat puppies. I stand for Salvo Pancake's right to eat puppies. Right here, right now, I'm putting down my foot. Let the man eat puppies.
Oh, God.
See, and this is what's important, guys. Notice that even though Seth doesn't like the man, she will fight for his rights to be a terrible person. By my definition, in my opinion, is not a fact. So,
but mine is, by the way.
Yours is.
Just putting it out there.
So, you know, the question really is, I think, if we take a look here, for example, at Tipster's channel, and if we look at these the topics that he's covering, right? I think unequivocally you can still say he is making commentary content, right?
Yeah.
So when he says, quote, I no longer want to be a part of the commentary community, right? Because of the toxicity that exists there. Okay. Fair, fine. But then you still continue to make content that is unequivocally commentary style videos. And when he was questioned about it, he goes, well, I like to cover those topics. And again, that's fair. You know, because when a person's making content for their channel, they can cover whatever topics they want to. They can talk about whatever things they want to talk about, you know, whatever, right? I don't think necessarily that he had to go and start, you know, just doing Let's Plays through some game or whatever like that. He could still 100% still cover these topics and stuff. But I think where the disconnect is, where I think that there's a little bit of an issue, is that I don't think it was, and this is my opinion, I don't think it was so much that he necessarily wanted to, quote, leave the commentary community as a whole. He just didn't want to associate with certain people going forward within this part of the internet. And again, that's fair too, right? There are people that make decisions and they do things that makes you as a creator, whatever, you say, okay, this person has done
Well,
X.
hold on. I have to give you some pushback on that
Okay,
one,
go ahead.
because if he's gonna say, I don't want to associate with these people, give us a reason. Give us a reason, because firstly, you're still going to be associated with them. So if you're going to do this, you're going to need a reason that sticks. And he said, well, they're toxic. Okay, I'm gonna echo Nicholas Diorio and say, give us some examples, because I haven't seen it. Like, do I think people in general think that the commentary bros are misogynistic and racist? 100% I do. And that can be argued back and forth. But what has they actually done? Like, when was the last time any of them were canceled for talking to minors, messaging people while they're married, trying to sell people Bitcoin? Like, what have they done that is quote unquote toxic? Or do you have a problem with the edgy language?
I think it's like a private thing. I think they weren't treating him the way he wanted to be treated in private. So he was trying to move on to a group that accepted him.
A group. So then say that. But he didn't say that. He said they're toxic.
No. But he's trying to, like, he can't go out and say, like, they were a little bit mean to me in private, so that's why I kind of want to, be with Keffels now, because that makes him look even more of a fucking bitch. If he like grandstands it and he's like, it's because they're like fucking racists and shit, then he doesn't sound like he's like a fucking loser to these new people who think like that.
But he could not possibly seem like more of a bitch. Like, him and iDubbbz are a bitch lasagna. How about that, guys? Tying it all into the community.
I think I mean, you're right, but that's like,
yeah,
that's like how we view it from our community. From their community, it's gonna be like, wow, we already believe that these people are kind of like iffy and whatever.
Oh,
so
hold
this
on.
guy is giving us another reason for.
Now you're gonna tell me that that people in this community don't know how to put a spin on things. You could very easily put a spin on, I didn't like, they were a little bit mean to me, could very well be like, I realized that I had some boundaries that I felt were being pushed, and rather than spaz out on the internet, I had a conversation with them and said, I don't appreciate this and this kind of language, and they basically said, fuck you, and tell me if that doesn't sound like the commentary bros to y'all, because it certainly sounds like them to me.
Okay, but the thing is, like, we've seen him in conversations with people like one-to-one. He folds like a fucking paper plane. Like, he couldn't have done that. He literally couldn't have done that.
But if he's a bitch either way, then what was the point? Do you know what I mean?
Because he's trying not to seem like a bitch to a community that kind of accepts what he's doing.
But you're saying he's going to a community of bitches and trying not to seem like a bitch. That's really weird.
Yeah, it is really weird. But we see them as bitches in this community. They don't see themselves like that. There's just a huge difference between privately saying like, I'm a fucking, like, I'm a little bitch because I personally got my feelings hurt, and saying, wow, these people are kind of rude people who do these things that this community doesn't like. That doesn't make you seem like a bitch from their point of view. That makes you seem like you're a better person than this other group of people.
That's true. This community is apparently Nazi adjacent. That's what I heard.
God. So
From
here's
That's true.
in the fake Keffels video, she said he used to associate with people in a community that were really terrible people,
Yeah.
Nazi adjacent.
that is
actually.
correct. She did say that.
He was referring to me, by the way.
Was she? So what I'll say is I think, again, speculation on my part, but I believe Tipster was trying to find a way to maybe distance himself from the commentary bros as they have been identified here. And he was trying to figure out a way to do that because he was, and I think he could have done that if he would have just maybe not, I don't know, made a big to do about it. I felt like he's like, I'm taking my toys and I'm going home, and he slams the door on the way out, making sure everybody knew that he took his toys and slammed the door on his way out, versus just gathering his stuff, walking out the door and closing it behind him.
And I think he did that as an in to this new community because they would support him in that. But I just also think he didn't realize the ramification it would have, like, considering the community he's from.
I just want to interject that when you said that, I could not help but imagine Tipster as a little Eric Cartman going, "Screw you guys, I'm going home."
That's exactly what he is, just, a
Yeah.
little bit fatter.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. I have zero ill will towards Tipster.
I have ill will. Fuck that guy. He's fat. Lose weight.
Okay. All right. I don't have any ill will towards Tipster. He was always very cordial and nice in any of the interactions I had with him. I wish him the best. I don't know if he's going to be able to navigate the waters that exist into this new metrics that or this new community or whatever you want to call it.
I think he will.
So-
I think he'll have the stones to do it once he loses weight and gets his hormones in balance.
I agree.
I think that's all that's needed.
You think so?
just needs
You think
to lose
that's-
weight. Yeah.
I very recently lost a good amount of weight and started taking daily walks, and let me tell you, I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch needs to lose some weight and he'll be on track.
When
Okay.
we say touch grass, I feel like literally the sun is good for you. Too much indoor time causes vitamin D deficiency.
Yeah.
Seasonal depression is a thing.
It is.
I think
No,
we
I
should.
just, I just think
we-
he's stupid and fat. I think he's stupid and fat. He needs to lose both of those qualities.
I'd like to go back to the topic at hand, which
Okay.
is Edwin.
Okay.
So first of all, I did pull a clip from Aiko's stream that I feel like should put to rest anybody who has any issues with her making any other videos, which is he asked for it. So,
Okay.
Peapot,
just
if you would.
Yeah, I'm pulling that up right now.
Oh, Aiko, what's up, Aiko?
Hang on here. Let me do this here. Pull this up where you guys can see it. Blow this up nice and pretty, and here we go.
Oh, Aiko, what's up, Aiko? If it isn't Aiko the pedophile, what's up, Aiko the pedophile? Right? That's how we're doing it, right? Aiko, this
Like,
dumb
that's
bitch
funny
Aiko
as fuck.
literally called me a pedophile
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's funny as fuck.
Okay.
in her fucking stream 2 nights ago. Like, what? Like, this, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Oh my god. And I'm going around. Okay, here, I'll entertain you, Aiko. How did I change stories? Go ahead. Let me know. Come here, because when I would ask Babs, she never said it. So maybe you follow so much, right? Come on. Like, wait. So is Babs in your brain like 14 or something? Like, did you age her down that bad or what?
Mm-hmm.
What he
Come on,
just said
Aiko.
made no
Get
sense.
brave.
Yeah.
Oh, Aiko.
Okay.
So,
All right. So what is?
so my point is he asked for her to show him where he was wrong in his story, and I feel like it just so happens that if it takes her 57 videos to do that, then he didn't put a limit on it. He didn't say, tell me where my story was wrong in one part. He didn't ask for succinctness in his response. So I feel like that there you are.
Yeah.
I also think that there has been some criticisms, which Aiko has addressed, about, well, what does Aiko care? Why is she even getting involved? And I would like to point everyone to any video where Edwin talks to any of the Onision
Quote unquote alleged victims.
there you go.
Mhm.
Yes. And he spoke to them. He got the stories from them. He spoke on their behalf.
Mhm.
He was in a documentary that he shouldn't have been in.
Mhm.
So him being like, why have you regressed her to a 14-year-old girl who you can't speak for her yourself? Is that how you also feel about all of the women that you spoke for in those videos? Because that seems, I don't know, it doesn't seem very woke, very left. I don't know that if I was somebody who had given you my abuse story, or a story that was really close to the vest, and then I heard you say that someone speaking for me regresses me to a child, it's like, oh, so he was trying to be daddy, I guess, because I have so many issues. I can't speak for myself, so he needed to speak for me. That's how he sees it. That's apparently how he sees it. Am I
Yeah.
wrong to make this conclusion?
Oh no, I think you're spot on. I think that whole clip, like, it comes off as like him just like clawing at anything, like to sort of like get out of what he's in. Like he's just trying to go for her to seem like he's not like in hot waters.
Also,
Like he's trying to
this
seem more confident than he is.
so this video, Aiko's video, is one that she made in the past like few days, 3-4 days. The Edwin's clip is from April 12th, which means everything else we've seen he'd known, and this is his energy, in April, first half of April. Like, okay, so now here she's come with the data. It took her a month and a half. As far as I know, we're 6 months in and still waiting on your video. Are you mad that she can make a video in less than 6 months? Like, I don't understand.
So maybe these people out there that are upset that Aiko, they feel that she's making too many videos. She's, I think the term is a-logging everything that he says and does. So maybe, I'm going to just throw this out there as a thought, maybe Edwin should not have thrown down a gauntlet of challenge. And now that he has, and Aiko has picked up the gauntlet and said, bet, bitch, you don't get to now cry foul, right? She's doing what you challenged her to do, right? Is that essentially what you're saying? I mean, he's basically saying, prove me wrong. And she's like, okay, I will. And that's what she do. I do know, like I said, I haven't watched a lot of her streams. I've watched bits and pieces and segments of her streams here and there. I do know that she takes a lot, and I do mean a lot, of notes when she's watching videos, right? She's got a notebook and a pen. So I'm assuming she's writing down, timestamps, what was said.
That'd be fucking hilarious if she was just doodling in it to make it look like she was actually taking note.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fucking funny?
It would be, because evidently she's got him rattled. I mean, I think it's safe to say she's got him rattled. So I don't know.
I think that's fucking, like, that would be the most epic, like, fucking conclusion to it. She just made a banger video and she was like, by the way, I never took any notes because, like, this was just too easy, bro. Here's my little doodle.
Yeah. Well, it's possible. Okay.
I can't imagine you're using, like, for me, like, it seems weird that she's using, like, an actual notebook to take notes. Like, don't people like do that on their PC or something like? That's just a little weird.
Well, I don't disagree. It is a little weird, but again, each to their own, right? I mean, so
Yeah. Sure.
Wow.
I just think it
Well,
would be epic
you think it would be epic if she what?
if she wasn't actually taking notes. If she was just like, "This was too easy, bro. I was just drawing."
You can't do that with Edwin because what Edwin got known for in this community was the receipts. Like, really, honestly, I would say that before Edwin started being the way he was about show all the receipts in those like the Dasha videos, I don't know that people really like pushed for the DMs and the pictures and all that as much as they do now. Like, if anybody wants to complain about how toxic it is, that if you need to prove anything, you need to have the screenshots, the timestamps, proof that it isn't doctored. Like, you can give at least one thank you to Edwin himself for that one. Like, he used to, and maybe that's why he changed his names. I'm not saying that's the reason, but he used to be Homeboy's Got Receipts.
yes,
Like, so
I
like
can't say
now,
I knew much about him, but like I can't imagine he was like the first person to do that.
that's what it is, man. I was a fan. I was a fan. I am genuine. And I talked to people about this a couple of times.
yeah,
Part of the reason I haven't wanted to talk about it is because I'm hurt. I'm a grown ass woman, and I got duped. I got duped. It hurt, and it hurts now. That last stream was hurtful. I never thought like it was like if Cookie Monster was calling women bitches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was sad. I couldn't believe it. And then calling Aiko psycho, like, it's not that it's so bad, it's just like it's disappointing. Like, why are you not a grown person? Like, what are you doing?
it kind of goes against what his brand is, right? I mean,
It really does. It
yeah.
really does. It really does.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought about this after we talked a bit about it last night, and I was like, okay, because there was a time where I was like, he could still come back from this, and every time he puts anything else out, I'm like, man, I guess not. I don't know. Like, what would need to happen for me to feel like maybe, and these things are never going to happen, but like in a dream scenario, what the person I thought he was would have done. I have a list, so sorry to do a listicle. Firstly, apologize to Babs. Like, I'm not saying she was right in everything, but I can tell you that there's no way that when she DM'd you, she thought that this is what would happen. Like, it's all some bullshit. And if nothing else, I feel like he owes an apology for that. Number two, apologize to Bo Blacks. Like, that was shitty. You were a shitty friend. You were a shitty friend, and you owned up to it in front of everybody, and it's been like kind of glossed over, but like, you were a shitty friend. You were a shitty friend. I don't feel like I have to say anything. Apologize to Blow Blacks. Apologize to Eva. Being that she's a former co-host, I don't want to speak too much about it. We all know why he needs to apologize to Eva. Apologize to Eva. Apologize to Dove. Admit what you did. Take accountability for that shit. Like, that was some bullshit. I don't know this woman. I didn't even listen to the streams that she was on, really. You threw her to the wolves, and it was bullshit. I think he should apologize to his former associates as a whole. I don't know what he did to everybody, but like, as far as I saw, I really don't know what Nick, Augie, Bo Black, Xylee, Keemstar, I don't really see what they did to him that was worse than the Spurgopolis that Edwin did. And honestly, like, at this point, just take accountability and apologize to the women whose abuse story he covered, because in this, I don't just question Dasha. I question every story he covered. I question the Marilyn Manson stuff. I question, which I think actually something came out about that, the the Antwoord stuff, I question all of it because I have to. I can no longer believe that you did the research and were willing to say it if you were wrong, because the one thing you have not been willing to do in this entire situation is say, guys, I fucked up, I'm human. And stay away from Salvo. I feel like
so here's what I would want. Okay,
wait,
I would
I
want
just
him
want
to come in and double. No, he comes in, he doubles down. He says, "Yeah, I sexually harassed this woman. I also squared up on her. Also, fuck all of y'all." That would make me so happy. That is exactly what I think would bring him back in good light.
because you are our agent of chaos. With the Salvo stuff, I just think I would love to believe that it's not that Edwin's a dog, it's that he caught Salvo's fleas. But I mean, woof, you know?
No, I don't think I don't. I think if he genuinely like fucking did what he did with Salvo or whatever, like that's gotta be in you, man. He's gotta be just like a fucking degenerate.
Yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, like all of my wish list is like, as a former fan, you're like, well, why is this anybody's business? I'm telling you, I'm a snowflake. I'm a soft girl. It hurts my feelings to discover that people I thought were good people are firstly not only capable of crazy mistakes, but unwilling to ever take accountability for them. Like, I don't need any more reminders that the world is sometimes shitty. I deal with shitty people every day. I want the people who I watch and spend hours on live stream with to be decent. I don't feel like that's a lot to ask. And I'm not saying he had to be perfect. I'm actually most upset about his inability to apologize and the fact that he just continues going around throwing any character that I thought he had out the window. It's weird. And also, he lied to his mother right in front of oh, dude, you lied to your mother on a live stream. You were a shitty friend. You talk bad about women, and you lied to your mother in front of everybody. Like, ugh, it's so sad. Whatever.
Okay.
I lie to my mom all the time, actually.
Well,
All right. Well, we got a caller, guys. Hey, King Brick, how
Brick!
you doing?
Hey, what's up, Riveter?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I tuned in to watch an episode of Clear as Mud, and there's no banana grabber. Instead, you have these men who just, they're.
you know what it is? I traded up. I traded in that old broken down model and got a couple of sports cars, man.
Oh, come on, with that banana, with that head of his, come on, it'd draw you in from a mile away.
No, Banana had to work over today, and he wasn't able to be on the show. But no, he's still here, man. He just wasn't able to be here today. So
I'm just busting your marbles.
I don't have any marbles.
You can't say, Break, that I'm not better than Banana. You know I am.
No, you're way worse than Banana. Everybody.
I'm better in every way.
Banana's my friend, and even though these two people may be doing a very good job, I have to say that Banana is better, because I am impartial.
Are we not friends, Brick? Are we not friends?
Yeah, but you're a girl. That's icky. That means you're my girlfriend. That's
I'm sorry.
weird.
Did you just assume Seth's gender? Who said Seth
for
was
real.
a girl?
Oh,
For real.
Well, I was hoping for a while Seth was a girl, but honestly, after every interaction, I don't know.
So
She's a beautiful creature, is what she is.
Yeah,
So-
creature's
Creature's the right. Yeah, it's a very.
Hey, Brick, would you fuck Aiko?
Fuck who?
Aiko?
Who the fuck is Aiko?
You haven't been fucking watching. Throw him out.
Oh wait. Oh, the Asian chick. The Asian chick.
Yeah,
right?
What about the
Asian
areola?
chick. Would you fuck her?
Why does everything? Oh, I guess it's Pride Month, right? So everything has to go down to like a vulgar. If you're gonna fuck them or not, that's what's prideful is not about.
Yeah. But would you fuck her?
Assuming she doesn't have a boyfriend, sure, why not?
Okay, would you fuck Keffels?
No, I'm not Nick Diorio. I'll pass.
All right, so I have a question,
Okay.
Brick.
What's
or
up?
not,
What's
not
up, Red?
not I actually. Evidently, Banana Grabber sent a donation in $5. Says, "Kick the retard." Also, don't tell him I'm going to be a contestant on season 2 of Fish Tank. That's coming from Banana.
Banana. I think we're gonna see Banana walk in there with we'll find the reason why he doesn't own anything. He's gonna kick in the door and he's gonna go, "Hi, everybody. I'm Banana."
So I have a question.
I do have to say thank you very much for all the shout outs and directing people my way.
No problem,
Bro,
brother.
much
You did some great stuff there, but I do have a question. So you went on this little trek, and you got up there, and you got into their radio, right, and started talking.
Yes.
Did you get any blowback from those guys, or did they just kind of take it in stride and say, good job type thing?
They instantly took I cut it. I was gonna upload to my channel, but I got flagged for a community content violation on Monday. Yeah. So I haven't been able to upload anything, but I edited it. It took like 120 seconds from us going on the radio to them getting their radio taken away. It was like it was less than 2 minutes.
To be fair, wasn't it? It was Jed. Yeah, he said E for effort.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but he talked to me on the radio after he got out of camera range. I guess he was back in the basement. He said, it says how many of this are there, right?
Yeah.
And told him there are 2, and he asked where we were. So I told him where we were. What's up, Abby? What's up, everybody in chat? Yeah. Purple Paw Prince, everybody else. So he asked where we are. So we told him where we are, and he was like, "Yeah, man, good play. You're allowed to do. It's freedom of speech. Just respect the show and don't come on the property." So they were definitely good sports about it.
That's cool.
So I mean, I don't know if they expected it. I don't know, because the second I saw the radio, I said, "There's my fucking way in." Yeah. Like the second I saw that, like I was making moves. I had somebody else who was up in Connecticut who I was gonna try to go and do it for me, but then when he fell through, I was like, somebody's got to do it. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it was pretty adventurous. I mean, it was definitely a risk there. I'm glad that they took it in stride and was okay with it and everything. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come at you or anything like that. So I think that's pretty cool. So.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I think it was 3 days before it happened. Okay, Brick came into our Discord server and he was like, "I'm gonna do this," and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, that's great." And as soon as he left, we were all like, "Yeah, that's not gonna work out. He's never gonna manage this."
Yeah.
And then when he pulled it off, there was just surprise across the board. I think it's the happiest I've ever been watching it, been proving wrong.
Don't underestimate the Brick.
So what's your plans with your channel now that the Fish Tank 1's over with? I mean, that's kind of what got your channel quite a bit of notoriety, right? And subs and stuff. So what's your plans to keep that trainer rolling now that that's kind of over with?
Well, I'm working on the behind the scenes of me going. I took a handy cam there.
Oh, okay.
So there's some behind the scenes action I'm gonna cut through.
Sweet.
A little mini doc, like breaking the tank or something. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but basically a behind the scenes. Believe it or not, I did not plan on streaming Fish Tank. It was literally a 2 a.m. last minute. I was in the middle of rebranding the Roundup on my other show.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was 2 a.m. and I said, "Wait a minute, nobody's doing this. Like nobody's providing 24-hour coverage of the show. Like that's a big L." So I went and jumped, feet first, both feet in. But after this, I'm going back to the Roundup. I'm going back to some Brick Wall streams, Brick Wallcast type of shit. And I think I might get into shorts, do little brick bites and stuff. And dare I say it, I'm going to try to see if I could do some IRL live streaming in the city. Back when I was
cool.
Yeah, that's going to require an IRL setup. But I think that's, if I don't do IRL in the city, I'm definitely going to do some man on the street interviews in the city. Go and leverage my location a little bit. I think that's the ultimate plan.
So do you have any plans to reach out to Sam or any of the other crew and maybe officially become a part of the next one in some
Yeah.
capacity, like a commentator or, you know.
I think no, I took a few days off,
Yeah.
just like decompressing from that whole
Sure.
thing.
Sure.
But yeah, my plan initially is to start. My immediate plan is editing every day out, right? Because I did 42 days of coverage, so I'm gonna
Sure.
edit every single day out into like a short, manageable 10, 20-minute segment, right?
Sure.
And then I'm gonna, get in contact with the team to see how much of that, how much of that I'm allowed to use without getting them like stepped on their toes with copyright.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna reach out and see what could happen behind the scenes to see if I could remove the unofficial qualifier in front of the unofficial official 24/7 stream of it.
Yeah.
Or some people say that they want me on.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool to be on it. But then who would be doing the coverage? I mean,
Well, see, that's what I was saying. I mean, if they actually had you on and you could be like, because
I could just be sitting there, fourth wall breaking the entire time, like doing coverage from inside the tank.
Well, I don't know if you necessarily would have to be inside the tank. But okay, so all right, so like in other type of shows like this, right? They have like these different celebrity journalists or whatever, right? That kind of do this recap, play-by-play type. They show excerpts and stuff like that, right? So I don't know necessarily if you'd have to quote unquote be inside of the tank itself, but
no, I know, but more along the lines of working with the actual feed.
Yeah,
a little bit on the other side.
Or even have a
Actually,
deal.
It would be so amazing if they had him like in the house with a little sportscaster's mic, live teleprompting what was happening. So now they're going into the other room and they can like hear him. That would be incredible. I would love that.
Well, I don't know how much Gigi and Riveter have had conversations with you, Brink, but I think they should just throw you in the tank as you are because you're the most unhinged person I've ever met.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that assessment 100%. I think he would be a great contestant. But I mean, I didn't know if he wanted to continue his venture that he kind of, did for maybe even, I don't know, man. I mean,
can I say, I don't know, Brick, but I do get raccoon energy from you.
What are you trying? Whoa! She's gonna call me a goddamn.
Whoa, Gigi, chill.
I tell you what.
No raccoon energy. Like Gigi, you do not understand. This man is fucking insane in the head. There's something wrong with him.
Well, you see, if he was a little less unhinged, then I would have called him a possum. Because they're awful cute, but I get raccoon. I get little chaotic fur baby.
But that's not even on the level. It's more like baby that was kicked down the fucking stairs and now like has some kind of issue in the fucking brain. That's what Brick is on. Crackhead. That's what it is.
The first time I remember, I think it was Banana came to me and he's like, Riv. I said, yeah, what's up, brother? He said, man, I met this dude over on Tommy's Discord. He said, you've got to meet him. You have to have a conversation with him. And I was like, okay, who has impressed you, Banana? Who? He goes, his name is Brick. I said, Brick. He goes, yeah. So I kept an eye on, and he popped in. I seen him pop into a VC, and so I sat in there, and I tried to have a conversation, but I could not follow his train of thought. It was literally like it was just everywhere. It was like here, and then the next breath out of his mouth was like 1,000 miles over in another direction, and I was sitting here going, I what? And I was just like, no, I can't do it. But he's a lot better. He's a lot more focused than in contrast to what he once was. So he's not as bad. And
now,
I think
can I just say, everything you just said could also apply to someone who believes they've successfully domesticated a raccoon.
Well,
No, 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 no.
I don't. I think
I-
you know what it
Way of
is.
saying Rocket the raccoon. I'll take
In the-
that.
in the
Oh,
same
we're talking
vein
about
as-
actual animals, though. All right.
Yeah, but in the same vein as what Riveter just said,
Yeah.
the first time I was in a VC with Brick, Tommy called me and I answered him. I'm sorry, I was like, sorry, Tommy, I don't have time. I'm in a call with Brick. And the first thing Tommy says to me is, "You know he's insane, right?" That's literally what Tommy said to me, and nothing has been truer in my life than that fucking sentence. He is like Brick. You need to get your fucking head checked out. Like,
I have
there
a
is something
reputation- so
incredibly
what you're saying
wrong with
is
you.
I'm interesting. You're saying I have
That
a reputation
I don't
that
know if I use the word
No.
interesting,
Yes.
but
The world needs all kinds, Seth. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Live and let live.
I love Brick, but like, I'm serious. There is something wrong with him.
Did you guys ever see that there was an animated movie? It was called, I think it was called Over the Hedge, and there was this little squirrel in there, right, that got some caffeine, and he went absolutely and totally batshit crazy. He was just spastic, right? That was my closest adaptation that I could put to the first conversation I ever had with Brick. It was like watching that squirrel from that cartoon, that movie, and because when he got that caffeine, he just went nuts, and I was like, that's Brick. That was Brick. And Hammy, exactly. Thank you, guys. Hammy, you know, if you guys have ever had a conversation with Brick, you know I speak the truth on this. I mean, just
Abby is saying he's incredibly intelligent, and I would just like
Yes.
to point out that I have never met more insane people than the people who I've met who are high IQ. Because when you're very intelligent, you get bored, and then things happen.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that Brick is intelligent, but that doesn't counteract the fact that he's fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah, says La Critura. Right.
Yeah, okay. But I'm hinged. Like, no, I'm not. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, you're crazy. I'm also crazy, but you're more crazy than me. You know what? That just means I'm doing mine right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
But I mean, getting back towards it though is there's a lot. The problem is
Yeah.
there's a lot of options that I'd like to do. Break into the it'd be cool
Yeah.
to fucking do another thing, but this time I break into the tank. Like,
Oh, jeez.
there would be again approved by the crew, of course, right? But there's
Yeah.
a lot of things that I almost think that me just going on as a straight up contestant is limiting.
Yeah.
Versus what I could do. With that being said, I wouldn't even be against being a contestant on the show, right?
I don't think it's limiting for you, because like, you are the kind of person who makes do with whatever like they have. I think putting you in there, like, it would be like an experiment. Like, it would be literally like looking at like
Nah, I
a
agree with him.
creature in a cell.
But on the inside, he'd also have to consider his own strategy. He wouldn't be able to observe all the meta strategy. I agree with him. He's better on the outside.
No. I need to know.
both. I think if I got it my way, I'd do this. I would do if it happens, you can hear it first here at the Clear as Mud podcast.
Yeah.
If I had it my way, I would stream the 24/7 commentary, right, and then get back to my 36-hour streams sponsored by Cocaine Energy, right, and then I'd fucking go like batshit insane and drive there and break into the house, but it would all be approved by the crew or something like that, and then I'd be like a freeloader who they're like, we don't know who the fuck he is, but he seems dangerous. I think he has a knife. Don't leave him alone. Like something like that would be kind of funny.
That would be kind of funny.
There's a lot of things.
Now they'd all know.
I've time-stamped a clip and sent it to you, Riveter. I think just to close this conversation.
You think so?
Yeah.
What of a mill? I've made
This
like
is,
500
this is
hours
Brick.
of content. Yeah, I made like 500 hours of content. So I mean, now I don't even remember what I said, which could be like damning.
No. It's not a. Well, it is a clip pertaining to you, but it's not a clip of your show. Don't worry, I wouldn't outer you like that.
It was off of Unhinged or something like that.
No.
This is a clip that just explains your energy very well.
Okay.
Brick
so let's-
does love to go off on tangents. Yeah, I fucking love
It purple.
tangents.
It's not the candy club.
no,
It's not the candy club.
No, it's not the. Thank Lord, it's not the candy camp.
You guys,
caffeine.
have you ever seen this?
Damn it! I was gonna try to put in some. This is serious stuff in here.
All right, so let's watch
So,
this
so
video.
this it's like a funny little skit about giving spiders different substances.
Oh, the crack cocaine.
Yeah, but
spider.
you're not
Yeah.
the crack cocaine spider.
No,
Yes, I am.
no.
I'm the spider that sold it all to
Roll
everybody.
it back like 2 seconds. Roll it back 2 seconds and play with people.
Minimalist structure. When given caffeine, the web's structure was not affected, but the spider's behavior was.
That's Brick right there.
Given THC, the active ingredient
Like just like a little fucking like creature.
just spinning out.
Just kind of spinning out. Yeah. Well, listen, Brick. I will say this: you are definitely a very entertaining gentleman. You are very unique. I too believe that no matter what you do, dude, you're. I think it's inevitable. I think you have a very good charisma about you, and I think you're going to just get people to watch you, man. I really believe that. If you can just kind of harness it and stay focused, and I think you'll do well, brother. I really do, and I wish you all the luck in the world. So,
I appreciate that. I do have to say, and but I do have to say, I think Edwin and Salvo are pretty fucked right now. Going back, touching back to reality. As long as I don't end up like them, I'm all right. Like, Jesus
You know what?
Christ.
I'm getting like really conflicting gossip about all of this.
About the Edwin and Salvo thing? Is
Yeah,
this
I
still
am.
Edwin and Salvo tied together, or is this Edwin now fighting for his own
This
life? at
this is
point?
mostly just Edwin because Salvo's already fallen off. He fell off hard, but like people in DMs are saying wildly different things to me about how this video will go.
Well, I mean, I don't think, like, everybody's saying, like, I don't think Edwin is man enough to put his hands up to a woman. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a real man. He doesn't know how to hit a woman. Kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. But I don't think Edwin would, like, it doesn't seem to me that he'd be... Actually, he might. I don't fucking know.
No,
Ed-
listen. Any man that has ever squared up to me has been a man like Edwin. In that, like, they kind of have
Very
They kinda
insecure in
get-
their own... Yeah.
masculinity type of deals. Like,
And also, he
You know-
he blatantly kind of fucking admitted that on a clip that we have. So that's
he did.
I think
he
that's,
also
that's
did
already
kind of admit it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's laid to rest that part.
I think, as the person, who lets everybody else shop out the drama, Matt Pitt saying that he had an opportunity to watch it early, Edwin's new video that's coming out, and then saying he doesn't want to watch it is pretty fucking damning. Because, I mean, Matt Pitt is always, he's the community hoe. He's going around shopping himself out from show to show. He likes the attention. He was always there with Edwin, right? And the fact that it's gotten to the point where Matt Pitt just recuses himself from any Edwin information is almost pretty damning in itself.
But I think that's fair though. I feel like Matt has been more involved in the situation than he ever at any point wanted to be. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay, not at any point. There was that point in the beginning where Matt was on everybody's like Matt was everywhere. I could not escape Matt Pitt. If I had any problems with Matt Pitt during that time, I would have had to leave YouTube commentary altogether because he was everywhere. So I will say, okay, he clearly wanted to be involved then, but that was a while ago. Matt is turning down stories apparently. This was not a jab about the why so demented thing. I fully support their decision not to touch that. I'm just saying now recording now has a bar. Who knew?
Yeah, they got too good. They think they're all high and mighty now. I was there when they started that fucking podcast. Those retards. Now they're too good to talk about community drama. All right.
Okay, well, I have, and I don't want to brag, but I've got some insider information that I probably can't share right at this moment.
Mhm.
Alright,
But
say it right
as
now. It's a
far
live
as
stream.
I
Come
can't
on.
do it. I can't right now. It's kind of it's a little bit much to share right now, but
Hold it.
Uh-oh.
Hold it.
I
Hold it. You're saying that this is too much to share, and this is coming from the woman who I don't, if you're saying it's too much, I don't even want to hear it then, Seth. I'll just put
okay.
put it that way.
It revolves it involves some subjects that are illegal.
Oh,
So-
Jesus. Then just drop.
Uh-oh.
No. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to be an accomplice after the
here's
fact.
what I'm gonna say. As far as the video is concerned, because I've got some people in my ear right now when I asked, it seems like a lot of it is going to be kind of a hit piece.
Well, of course it's going to be a hit piece. That
On
was,
bats? On bats?
Kind of, yeah.
Say it all.
What?
Make Riveter
Oh
edit it
my
out. That's the point of live
goodness.
shows.
No.
That's the point of live
I
shows.
can't do it. I can't go into it. I can't go into it right now. But I've got two
Yeah.
people in my DMs right now who watched the video.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Audience, I've tried. All right, you can't say I
Yeah,
didn't try to get you some content here. Make Riveter edit a little more. Make his day harder.
It's true. I'm impressed. Brick's content brain is on.
It's
all the time.
Exactly.
I learned it from the
Yeah,
best. Matt
he
Pitt.
just he loves putting me on blast like that. He's an evil man.
Well, I mean, it's because you're Danish, and that's the real reason I like putting you on.
Yeah,
blast.
that's a sin.
But yeah, look forward to this week. I'm gonna start editing out probably 20 or 30-minute daily roundups of the fish tank, and I'll probably be releasing that either one a day or two a day until I get to the end, and then getting back to what my channel is there for, is the roundup and other projects. Eventually, long term, secure another channel, the network, and we'll see what comes with that. But short term is just the roundup and getting back at it. And
If you want the scoop, guys, remember to also subscribe here, because I might let this out. I might let this out at some point if me and Peepa decides it's okay in private.
Say it.
No,
I can't say it. So
what I am going to say is I did put Bricks. I put your channel link in the chat. So chat, if you're not subscribed to Brick, would not be a bad idea to do so, and make sure you put on that little notification bell while you're at it. He's I'm telling you, he's going places, and if you want to be on the ground floor, and for God's sakes, 748 subscribers. Damn, Brick. You know the
We're
thing
getting-
about, you know,
Are you
Okay,
jealous,
there.
Peepa?
Yes. Because here's the thing, right? This dude, I shit you not, because I was subscribed. I was like one of the early buy-in, or whatever you want to call it, subscribers to Brick. Because I said, this guy's going somewhere, right? So I wanted to buy my ticket on the Brick train early. Before he started doing the whole fish tank thing that he did, the dude had maybe, I think,
89.
was it 89 subs? It was,
80
yeah, you were
89
under 100
subs.
subs. You were under 100 subs. And now the dude's got like 740. There was times I turned in, I shit you not, dude. You had like, I think one time I tuned in, you had like over 300 people watching you.
Well, I told a lot of them to fuck off. There was a lot of people. There was some other people who were just restreaming, and they got, and then they would, when they were down, the people who would restream and not do the radio show like I was doing, they'd come in and say that, hey, you'd be making a lot more subscribers if you just shut up and restream the fucking product. And I'm like, dude, I'm not here to restream the product. I'm here for the radio show. Kindly fuck off. You know,
Exactly.
like, I'm not here for that. So those other channels all broke like 1,000 and shit.
Yeah.
But
I
don't
you did
give
it
a
the
fuck.
right way. You did it the right way. Yeah.
I have people who appreciate, me, right? They don't just appreciate the content, which is what I'm going for, you know.
Exactly. So, like I said, they definitely came for you. You know what I'm saying, and your take and your team, and you put it together a team, man, that did a really good job. Really did.
Yeah.
So
I do have to say, my whole team, I met this team through the commentary community. See, not everybody is a Babs and an Edwin out there. You can meet some cool people.
Exactly.
Some people
I appreciate
are
that
obsessed with
you-
the Edwins. Or
I appreciate that you used both. That you said both Edwin and Babs were bad people.
Yeah.
Well,
So.
you know, I have a personal axe to grind about Edwin. Matt Pitt tried to get me on Edwin's show last year, and he wouldn't get me out. I sat in Edwin's waiting to call for like fucking 2 hours, and he was like, "I don't know if I could bring this brick guy on." Yeah, go fuck yourself, Edwin. Like at this point.
Yeah. And
Honestly, that's the biggest crime.
well,
Yeah,
let's not
exactly.
talk.
Snuff the brick.
Let's not forget what happened to you on the fireball too, Brick.
Oh yeah, I got robbed by Sabo
Yeah.
Pancakes. Yeah,
Yeah.
and look where people who are against me end up going.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you got screwed over on the whole now recording co-host position thing.
How they rigged the whole now recording co-host to go to the fucking Aussie.
Exactly. Yeah.
And now they have a hard time scheduling it because they have more time zones to worry about.
Exactly.
Let's put it out there.
Yeah.
Mitch was in the wrong for that because Brick should have been chosen.
Yeah.
Well, all I have to say, I mean, it frees me up to do my own thing. All I have to say is, everybody, make sure you bother Banana about me and him getting some unhinged episodes out the door.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that, dude. Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. He is.
He is so. Yeah, I mean, he's not even here today for the podcast.
I know, which
so.
is why I'm
He's
trying
like-
to turn your audience on him. See,
He's like, I don't have time for that. And then yesterday he got fucking drunk and sent me like 5,000 pictures of his eyeballs for no reason. Like he's got plenty of time, but he just doesn't want to spend it here.
Yeah, he doesn't want to spend
I
with
see.
us. So anyway, well, Brick, I
That's
appreciate
right,
you calling
audience.
in, man. I really do.
all right, Riv.
And I
Thanks
wish y'all
for
the love of
having
the world,
me.
man. Yeah, brother. Have a good one, man.
And congrats on the girls.
Yeah.
You have some. You now have some talent to go along with the pretty young face who's hosting the show.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I'm hoping to get them on cam where we can definitely get some views in, right? We want to look at my grizzled old mug. So,
We love you. We love you, Riv.
all right, man. Take it easy, Brick. Love you, brother. Take it easy. Yeah.
All right. Hey, what's up, Joe Dirk?
So, anyway.
What an ending!
right.
What an ending to that Colin.
All right, Voltage Mike. What's on your mind today, brother?
Hey, Peepaw.
Yeah, man.
So I wanted to say congratulations on, I saw there was an update to your strike that you had gotten on your channel.
Yeah.
How, like, I guess, it's still, you're still dealing with it, but at least maybe YouTube gave you some, they threw you a bone, and I don't know. I first and foremost, I just wanted to say sorry you even had to deal with that. That sucks, man. You shouldn't have to be going through that crap. But that was part of the reason I called is did you kind of have an inkling, like, going into covering the story, that maybe this guy's going to try to pull the same crap on you?
Yes.
Since you're
Yeah, I knew it because he'd already done a DMCA against Super Dave over at Milltown's Best, and so and I looked at Super Dave's video. It's well within the 4 pillars of fair use. The video that he did not replace the original. It was transformative. There was criticism, critique, commentary offered. The same thing, the actual segment that was claimed on my video is on Twitter. I've posted it, and so has DMax underneath both of our Twitter accounts. So you guys can actually go watch the section that he actually claimed. If there's any naysayers that say, "Oh well, you just chose," you can see the actual timestamps. I've linked to my Rumble account where the video is at as well. So you can go over there and you can go to those exact timestamps of the video and see for yourself. It is 100% transformative. So now what happens is starting Monday morning, the clock starts ticking. The guy or the other channel has 10 business days. So basically I have to wait until the third Monday, essentially, to get a result to whether or not we either go to court or he releases it. It's that's where we're at with it.
And we're reviewing our legal options.
Yeah. So, bottom line is this: if the guy wants to go to court, that's fine. We can go to court. Um, it. I hope he has a very deep pocketbook, because when it's all said and done, not only will he be paying for his legal representation, but he will be paying for mine as well. And so, you know, because there's no doubt in my mind that my video will stand the scrutiny. So you know, this guy, I'm trying to be generous and think that maybe he just doesn't understand. He doesn't understand about fair use. He doesn't understand about you know, that whole, you know, process. He doesn't understand what, you know, what that is. So I'm giving him benefit of the doubt. I'm hoping that when he looks into it and he sees what fair use is, he may not like what was said. He may not agree with what was said or my take on the situation. That's fair. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to agree with my take on it. But you know, he just has to understand and respect what fair use is. And we'll go from there. I don't have no ill will towards the guy. He just, you know, he just needs to, you know, he just needs to accept what it is, and let's go on about our lives. So, and
Yeah, maybe worst case scenario, you could at least make an example out of him, so we don't have this crap going on
Yeah.
anymore. Because honestly, I say go for it, Peepaw. Stick it to him,
Yeah.
man. You do
Well,
you.
you know, the thing that was I was getting extremely frustrating, and I put out a second tweet about it, and it was late at night because I was really just had it, because you know, I had filed my my response and YouTube rejected it, and I didn't understand why they rejected it, because I was citing case law, you know, that where, you know, fair use has been established within the U.S. court systems. I cited case law, and you know, so I didn't understand. So I was like, fine. So I changed the wording a little bit, did a little bit differently, still cited case law. This time they accepted it. I got a notification. I checked my email this morning. They responded about 2:00 in the morning and said, "Hey, well, we passed it on." So, you know, it's in the other channel's hands now, and they just have to decide what they want to do with it. Was it a bot? I don't know.
No, it was manual, right?
Well,
Isn't
yeah,
that what
the claim was a manual claim, which means the guy came, watched my video, specifically looked for when I was talking about him, and you know, he claimed that section of the video. So it wasn't a deal where it showed up on it, even on his content ID. Well, what does that tell you? Well, that tells you that the YouTube's content ID system didn't even acknowledge it, because it was such a short segment of clip of the video that I used of his video, that even YouTube didn't even identify it. And so he came in and manually did it. So, you know, and he had done the same thing to Milltown's Best video as well. It was manually cleaned. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe the guy's just like your average Joe, you know, person that just puts videos up onto to YouTube, and he just doesn't understand. And I'm gonna give him a bit of the doubt. And hopefully, when he, you know, sees these responses, and he sees, you know, and that we're citing fair use and what fair use is, maybe he's just not aware of it. You know, maybe he'll say, okay, yeah, I made a mistake, and, you know, no harm, no foul. I'm fine with that. My video's restored. I'm good with that. We go on, you know.
I do wonder if this is something he's done before, because if you go on his Facebook page, right,
Mhm.
he has like pinned a post describing, and this is probably, Facebook is known for people just reposting videos on it.
Yeah.
But he has a pinned post that describes how to claim his content for him
yeah.
on YouTube.
Hmm.
So it seems like to me, that seems like someone who might have a history of doing this kind of thing.
Well, you know, and
He's certainly encouraging it.
I mean,
with
not
doing that.
necessarily. That's what I'm saying. Is YouTube or Facebook is kind of known for just having these reposters, so that could be why he was doing it. But it makes me wonder if there's more to it, right? Because that's not normal for Facebook pages.
Well, you know, the thing of it is, if somebody's taking his entire videos and just
then
re-upping
it's not
them,
fair
that's a
use.
problem. That's a problem, and I agree they shouldn't do that, right? But you know, I took maybe and I'm not exaggerating. Like I say, the clip's there. I may have used, maybe 10, 15 seconds, a video, maybe that much. And I think that's probably in excess of, you know, what I actually used of his video. And the entire video was like, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 minute long, something like that video. So yeah, come on. I don't know. Like I say, the guy just may be just not aware. Maybe he's never had any dealings with this part of the internet, and yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But you know, the good news is you know, YouTube confirmed that I can still stream. And I can do what I want to do, which I'm going to continue doing for now. It just it's very aggravating that that I wish YouTube would actually. They can't. I understand why they can't. They, you know, when someone makes a claim, they have to follow the process and just, you know, boom, you know, do what they need to do. As far as your video, whatever, I get that, right? But what I don't understand is why they, you know, when it's shown to be like, because we've dealt with these people like this in the past, right? This just claims videos. Why they're not punished? Why YouTube doesn't go in and show, you know, and follow their own terms of service and terminate those bad actors? I don't. That's what is befuddling to me, and I really wish that, you know, that YouTube would follow their own terms of service on that aspect of it. But they don't. They seem to not, and so, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, I appreciate your thoughts on that, Mike. Thanks for your support, and you have a great day. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, one last caller, and then we're gonna call it a day. All right, JFA, what's up, man? I hope you have some insightful comments today.
Yeah, I hope you're not planning to spread misinformation. No, he's not planning to spread anything, I guess.
No. Well, you know he's on his phone, and he always has a little bit of a problem getting it up and going. So,
Well, let me act like JFA for a second here. Oh, guys, did you see every single person in the commentary community got strike right now? Oh my god, it's so funny, guys.
You scared him off,
And
Seth.
then we go check and nothing happened. Oh my
Yeah.
god, JFA, you got us again.
Yeah.
Interesting call.
Okay.
See, I did it all
Wow.
for him.
All
I
right.
did it all
Seth,
for him.
it's like he was here.
Yeah.
Oh, and here he is.
All right. One last time, JFA. If you can't get it up and get it working, then you're going to have to go get some therapy and some pills or something, dude.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yep.
hear you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Listen, on my best behavior today.
Okay.
I got people sitting around me, so I got to behave normal.
Okay.
Peepaw, I'm really sorry to hear what happened. I have to ask, why do you give such, why are you so generous to this guy who struck you down? I don't understand that. Why are you?
I don't get it either.
Because
Yeah.
I believe that how do I put this? I think everybody is good, has a good heart. At some point, it may be not a big, large portion of their heart, but I do think everybody is deep down is good. And you know, I was listening to a stream. Unless Ziley did a stream the other night. I think it was last night, and it's a members only stream, and I was listening to a little bit of it. And she said that she made this statement about me, and I think it's probably true. She says that I'm too soft-hearted and that I'm just too nice to people, and it's going to wind up getting me in the end. Um, and she's probably right. It is probably going to be to my detriment in the long run. But I don't know how else to be than what I am. I can't just be mean. It's just not my nature. So, if someone takes advantage of me, or if somebody takes advantage of my good nature, my goodwill, I think that's says more about them than it does me. And I can't control what they do. I can only control what I do. So, that's kind of
Okay, well, I think the law is sacred and he should be punished for doing this thing wrongly. When YouTube makes it obviously clear that you are legally liable for doing this thing. So fuck that guy.
Okay.
And that's the thing. That YouTube allowing you to continue to stream, it indicates to me that they know he's full of shit.
Yeah.
I think he's protected like Susie Lou back in the day has her own what do you call it, a contact inside.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what this guy is, because I run into people like that all the time on the job.
Yeah.
People who have their head up their ass, ego all the way up to the roof, and lawyers, for example.
Yeah.
Scummy.
JFA.
Sorry, Seth. Sorry, Seth. I know. You're one of the good ones.
One of the good ones. Jews or lawyers? Which one did you say?
Lawyers.
Okay.
I'll say this.
Sure.
The
people are looking at me now.
Yeah, I think the guy is. I think he's got over 600,000 subs, right? Close to 700,000 subs. I'm sure he has a contact at YouTube. I'm sure he has an end. I just broke 800. I have nothing but a hope and a prayer, and that's all I have, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being, quote, the underdog. I've been that way most of my life, so it's not a new I mean, it's like it's not a new position for me. So like I say, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I hope that the end of the 10 days, that he decides not to move forward. But I do know that he is involved in several current litigations. So he is, what's the word, litigious.
Litigious.
Yeah. So if that's the way he wants to do it, then that's what we'll do, and we'll go and do what we got to do. So.
Oh, good. Everybody left. Well, Peepaw, considering this, I'm with you 100%. I know I don't have a huge presence here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just remember, legally, you are not okay. You are under mental distress. He's giving you whiter hairs. And if worse comes to worse, I have a buddy who owes me a couple of favors, and we'll introduce this guy to the desert.
Oh, now. Let's not get crazy.
I'll do it for free.
Oh, come on now.
Seth will protect us.
Nothing comes for free. I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
And you know what? All of these people we've talked about in the stream, I'll take them with me.
Oh,
Get rid of them all at once.
I already put down the gauntlet for you, Peepaw.
All right. Well, JFA, I appreciate your support as always, my dude. You know that. So, anyway.
We'll kill them all.
All right. You have a great day.
Yeah, we'll murder them all in cold blood.
Oh, jeez. And on that note, guys, we're going to get out of here. Remember.
Well, hold on. We have one more thing.
What's that, Gigi? I'm sorry.
Well, we know that one of the many monikers of Clear as Mud is that we are a DMax fan podcast, and we haven't officially congratulated DMax on getting a new house. And I would like to point out that the only person who refuses the fact that this is a DMax fan podcast happens not to be here today. So things continue to look up for DMax.
Yeah. He let's see if I can find the tweet real quick where he put out his yes, here we go. We can show this real quick. So he does have a house. He finally got to close on it. He got all the stuff He says it happened finally. I don't TT. I don't know what that means. Now I
No,
just got
that's an emoji.
Oh,
Yeah, a
what
little
is that?
emoticon.
Okay.
Well,
It's
his-
like
it's a
a
little
crying.
crying.
It's crying.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
it's-
crying tears of joy.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, well that shows you how clued in I am in all this mess. I have talked, Max has kind of been off, quote unquote, because he's, whatever he had a lot of stuff going on this weekend. He had some family things going on and whatever.
Here's the truth. He had nothing going on, people. He was blowing you off for me.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and I can't wait to move into my new house.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be really exciting.
That's awesome. I hope that you guys are extremely happy. So I
They
know
are.
that,
They're going to be. He's going to be a gay filmmaker.
Oh, okay.
Gay.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Huh.
Where is that
Mm.
here?
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Let me find it. I don't know here.
Poor little Peepaw. He's like, he's in awe.
He's gay squared. Oh, gay cubed. Gay cubed. There it
Gay
is.
cube.
So let
He's
me-
gay cube.
He's gay cubed.
So
Oh,
I
somebody
have-
draw that.
I
Somebody
have,
draw a little DMax ghost cube.
So let me do this here because he said I have his permission. So I'm going to do this. I wasn't going to do this to you, Seth, but you brought this upon yourself. darling.
No.
Oh.
I could bring up the DMs to instantly slay you, but you know what? I'm a better man, people. I'm a better man. I don't have to do that because
okay.
I know the truth.
Okay.
So bring up your little DMs and play your little evil man charade. You can do that.
I'm working on it. Just give me a second here, because remember my stuff.
Guys,
Right.
calm down. This is getting a little serious.
Is it?
It might
Well-
make you. It
well,
might make you a little
is it-
delirious.
Oh, whoa.
So let's just set the record straight. So I said, wow, so Seth shares your bed in your master suite, and I get the guest room with a futon. Max responds, says, Seth might be shocked by my standards of these I allow in my bed. I don't think she's nearly barefoot enough, if you catch my drift.
Well, first of all, I have no clue what that means.
I don't know what it means either. But evidently, you're not barefoot enough, whatever that means.
Hey, I know.
Fuck, we're both stupid.
Can I just say, I do know the phrase
Oh.
he's referring to,
Yeah.
but I don't. The phrase is barefoot and pregnant.
Yes,
right?
but I don't know if that's in this
So-
context.
So
if
I'm
it's
not
you know,
pregnant enough.
mm.
Well, the woman being barefoot is about her not being able to escape and escape things like education. So he's saying you're not stupid enough.
I don't know if that's
Okay, well, he's
I
wrong
don't
about
know.
that. That's for sure.
Gosh, I don't know. Oh, Max was in the chat. I don't know if he's still there or not.
No.
He
he's
said he
not-
went back to
Listen,
sleep.
I don't
Okay.
want to embarrass you, but he's just saying this to pacify you, people.
Well, okay, that's fine. I mean,
I
Well,
I don't mean to blow you out of the
DMax
water,
could
but
come say
he
hi.
sent me so many messages today.
he?
Granted, it was just the links, but it counts.
okay. Well, hey, listen again. Like I said, I wish you guys all the best. I mean, he's a single dude.
Okay,
You're
wait.
you're
Trippy
single?
says it means not docile or uncontrollable. Listen, I'm gonna be whatever you want me to be, DMax. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my lord. All I'll say is you're both single, and if I'm fine with that. I just want
seething jealousy in your voice, people.
no. Actually, all I want.
I
is-
for one would like to subscribe right now to the Gay Cubed and Vile Woman show. Where do I sign up? Because that is a sitcom Can I be the wacky neighbor who just shows up, enters your house uninvited?
So kind of like Mr. Roper from Three's Company, you just come bursting through the door and just, yeah.
I'll sit on
It's
the
kind
couch.
of like
eat some popcorn.
more like Kramer, I reckon, where she just comes in
Oh.
and says like
Okay.
insane shit.
Insane.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be more of a Kramer because
Yeah.
then Seth would be like, "Well, help me out with these things," and I'd be like, "Oh, look at that! I gotta go."
Yeah.
All I know is my heart does go out to Max because he's in the process of trying to pull. Like he had stuff in storage, he had stuff at a family property that he was staying at, and so he's got all these. He has stuff everywhere, and he's having to bring it all together. And moving is always such a chore, and so I'm very sympathetic to him. So yeah, so hopefully he gets his nest made and whatever. So
Hey, how's it going? I just
it's my
wanted
buddy
to come
Max.
clear up the air. I'm really tired because I've been doing stuff and I'm still gonna be doing stuff for the next couple of days. I appreciate all the support and everything, but I just want to clear something up.
Okay.
There is one person on this podcast that I gotta say is better than everybody else that's on this podcast, all right?
Okay.
And that's well, really it's two people. It's me
Okay.
and Gigi's doing pretty good. So yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Max.
have a good
Appreciate
one.
it.
Oh look, I'm sorry. He doesn't want our relationship to be public, guys. That's
Oh.
That was
awesome.
clear. I
Yeah.
felt the tension. I gotta say.
Yeah, I gotta admit, yeah, it was pretty thick in here. So
Pretty palpable.
yeah.
I accidentally keep spilling secrets. It's my bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. You know what they say, loose lips sink ships. So
It's true.
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you what. I have. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
All right. Well, let's get out of here, guys. We've given them over 2 hours of just quality free content today. So anyway, guys, I'll if I can get my scenes and stuff recreated in OBS, I'll be live in the morning between now and then. I don't know if I will or not. I'm pretty tired, but I'll see if I can muster through to. So if there's not a stream in the morning, a coffee with people in the morning, you'll know that I didn't get everything squared back in OBS. But until then,
And then I'll kill you.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Seth. I'm sorry.
That's my favorite part of the day.
Is it?
Is
I'm
when
sorry.
I get to annoy you.
I know.
I too need my morning coffee with Peepaw.
Do you?
so-
Okay. Well, I will do my very best to not disappoint either one of you because that's the last thing I'd want to do. So, but anyway, until next time, guys, remember, keep the powder dry, and we'll see you in the funny papers.